In this particular battle, I'm in my Shiratsuyu, and looking at the enemy team, dangerous ship is the Belfast, of course, with radar, and they have a Mayhan, an Akatsuki, and a Blizzavika. So we're going to be severely outgunned on the destroyer side for this battle with two Shiratsuyus. However, we'll have the giant torp walls, which will keep them from pushing. So hopefully we'll be able to keep them out of the caps. Now, on the north from this side, I definitely prefer a cap, even though it's probably the more difficult cap to take on this map. I don't actually go into the cap. I'll just be sitting outside of it, zoning it out while our team captures B. So the main focus of this map would be to get B and then delay them from getting A as long as possible, and hopefully get some early point advantage to put the pressure on them so they have to go cap B or something. Now, going into this cap, one of the typical mistakes I see destroyers making is actually going into the cap here. Once you go past this middle island, it's very difficult to escape once you've turned the corner, because DDs will be sitting there behind those islands to the left and pretty much instantly detect you. And if you're in a bad position in a Shiratsuyu, you are going to take a ton of damage because it's not the most mobile ship at this tier. It's probably one of the least mobile ships at this tier. And so, getting back to the game here, I've approached the cap, and I'm sitting just so my detection range is covering the other border. So I'm going to be detecting any destroyer going into A, and then engaging them and slowing them down as long as possible. Mainly with my guns. I don't recommend using the guns as liberally as I do, but it's what I like to do in this ship, at least at the beginning of the game. So what I do here is I take a pot shot at this Mayhan, and then immediately pop my smoke. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to judge just how good he is, and from these first few shots, he's all over the place, which makes me think that he is either new to the Mayhan or isn't the best shot. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to pull out of my smoke and re-engage him. I'll get the cap counter down as low as possible before I have to disappear. And what you saw him do there was instantly repair his engine. That is a very bad thing to do in a destroyer, because if I was to set him on fire in that second salvo, he'd have been burning out for the full 30 seconds. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pump my torp reload skill and put another wave down there just to see if I can catch him if he goes across the cap. And so what you can do now is you could turn around, but in this case, I'm close enough to the cap, and this ship reverses very quickly, so I'm just gonna pop reverse, get a little angled out. Oh, and there's a torpedo, but I'm already turning, so it's not a problem. And spot the Mayhan again. I'm gonna reset the cap and shoot him again. Fortunately, I've only got my back two guns on him. No damage there, which was odd, but it happens sometimes. Now, you notice I'm doing some strange maneuvers here in my Shiratsuyu. I found that when you use the propulsion 2 mod, staying at 0 or below 1/4 speed, you get a huge boost to your acceleration. So what I can do is just flick the forward or reverse slightly, and at this range, the Mayhan will pretty much never be able to hit me, because I can judge where shots are going, and then stop or reverse, depending on where he's aiming. So as you see here, I'm doing a stop, and he just completely whiffs, because the shells just don't have the travel time to hit me when making those fine adjustments. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do reverse back in the cap again. I'm trying to hit him if he's in his smoke, I'm trying to judge where he is, but no luck here. So what I'm going to end up trying to do here is get some torps downrange. They're about to be reloaded. Saturate his smoke with some torps so he can keep sitting there so I can take him out. And if you look at across the other way, we just lost our Belfast. And they're capping. They cap B. I'm not sure how they cap B with 6 of our ships over there, but they did. It's very unfortunate. So which means I'm going to have to start dealing with A Kinder. And oh, this torp is close. I got lucky with that one. Probably wouldn't have killed me, but it definitely would have been at the end of this game. I would not have been able to engage him as I'm doing here. So I'm going to start doing the slow speed maneuvers again. I stopped, I flicked the forward button, by the way of those shots. I'm going to accelerate a little bit more because he did hit me. And keep on his island so he disappears. And then I can reconceal. And I'm just going to stop and pull back into his vision, get some more detection on him. And then re-engage him. And we're still losing B, and they're getting pushed out of B, which is kind of odd considering we have a Shiratsuyu over there that should be able to really heavily push torpedoes onto him. So this man should pop up again because I didn't see him go back up to the left, and there he is. I misjudged this shot because I thought he was going forward. He's doing the same thing I'm doing, stepped in reverse. And I lost sight of him, and hopefully that was close. No, it's probably too long. Move back in to sight range again, and take some more shots at him. And this is what you don't want to do in a Mayhan. He's only got 2 guns in the front, while I have 5. So even if he does have faster reload, my DPM is much higher at this angle. So I'm just gonna keep flicking the acceleration forward and backwards, make it so he can't hit me. And well, I'm gonna have to pull forward here because he's getting a little close. I don't want him to do too much damage. This was unfortunate. I hit the island. He can't see me, so I might as well just repair my engine. Oh, my friends are finally here. I guess they got tired of losing B-cap. Want to do something. Well, that Mayhan... Yeah, that Mayhan is in trouble. I'm really surprised if he doesn't die here. I guess he ran away. Alright, well that's cool. We can move into the cap. The Mayhan's not a threat anymore. Well, he's still dangerous with his torpedoes. He's just not dangerous to me. His torpedoes will pretty much never be able to hit me unless I make a serious mistake. And he has enough HP to where I can one-salvo him at any point. Same with anyone else on the team. So I don't expect him to hang around much. And finally, I can move into A and cap it. If you notice, he never actually capped A, which I did my job on this side. Just unfortunate that the friendlies weren't able to do the same on B cap. But they did. They were able to kill a cruiser and a battleship, even though we're down an extra ship compared to theirs. So I'm gonna get over here, get into this cap. I'm expecting the Mayhan to be here, but he may not be here just right now. Oh, there he is. And this shot goes barely to the left. That would have killed him. And the second salvo, I think he stopped immediately. There, he pops out of range before I could see what happened to him. Well, I didn't get the kill there. He's still not a threat, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep capping A here. Move a little bit away from this island so I can make some maneuvers if necessary. Now, I do see on the minimap that there is a cruiser semi-close by, and getting caught here detected would be really bad because there's no way to turn around other than to turn towards the cruiser. Oh, and there it is. It's the Miyoko. Fortunately, this island here has a nice shadow that I can get behind. I'm going to turn around using that shadow so I can get out of this dangerous position I'm in. Now, you notice that the Belfast was really low HP too, and when a ship's that low, you really want to get it off the board because it's still dangerous, and I don't want him to radar me. So I'm going to go ahead and try and take him out, even though I'm in range of the Miyoko and possibly other ships. He's just too dangerous of a ship to keep on the board right now. I've immediately popped smoke and turned away, trying to reduce the damage taken here. I was expecting to take more than this, but fortunately, the shell that did hit me destroyed an anti-aircraft gun rather than doing damage to my hull. And that's something interesting with the Shiratsuyu. It has interesting placements of its anti-air guns. You notice there I was detected for a second, and the Miyoko does get some shots off of me. It was only 1,000 damage, which 1,000 damage to kill a low HP Belfast is definitely worth it. Oh, and then the Bliskovica shows up. I think he's detected by the friendly Shiratsuyu to the left. Well, yeah, he's the end of him, and I just dodged the Miyoko torps because of their 3x3s. They'd be different speed as well if they were Bliskovica torps. I could open up here, but I'm just going to send torpedoes through the gap to keep him from coming this way. I really want to get B and get the points evened up. We are down 300 points compared to the enemy team. Now, as I was saying, the Shiratsuyu is interesting because it has 6 or so anti-air placement guns on the back of the hull, right behind the 2 main guns there. With the 2 main guns and then the torpedoes, pretty much the entire back half of the ship is considered ablative HP, which means that it can just take shells and not do damage to the actual ship for the amount of HP of those different emplacements and the turrets as well. So I'm traveling back over here to B in order to even out the points a little bit. That Miyoko could be trying to cap A, but he'd have to go all around those islands, and it would take him a while. And in fact, you can see the mini map now that he's heading back towards B. And looking at the scores, the Akatsuki has 3 kills, so he's pretty dangerous. He's probably been torping our team the entire game without any real threat to him, because our player Shiratsuyu was sitting back too far. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move up and support the Scharnhorst. There's no way he'll ever detect it unless the Akatsuki makes a mistake. So I got to get up there and spot it for him, so he has to take torpedoes and take damage from the Miyoko Akatsuki combo. Oh, well, he did get too close to him. That's odd. But he is almost full HP. That's going to be rather difficult for us to deal with unless I can get up there and start spotting him. I can use the 0.7 or so spotting difference in range to keep him spotted and pretty much not take any damage. But for now, I'm going to smoke up the Scharnhorst here because I don't want him taking more damage than he's already taken. Having him here is keeping us from losing the game because they can't get into this cap and push us out. If he wasn't here, I would not be able to go in this cap. They would just rush me. And that would be the end of the game. So I'm going to smoke him up here. I'm going to put some torpedoes towards this Miyoko so he doesn't come around the corner and try and torp us. Just trying to stay partial detected here and not take too much damage. I could take a shot, but then again, Akatsuki would spot me and I don't want that to happen because he would still be able to shoot me because I'm not planning to stay in my smoke. Now you notice our friendly Shiratsuyu is making his way past the A cap. He's now detecting that Miyoko for us, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to go ahead and pull around here. Oh, and the Mayhem that we left on low HP earlier showed up. That's a kill for our Shiratsuyu friend over there. It puts us ahead on points, or close to it. Yep, there we go. Swung almost even. Now we have both caps as well, so we should start pulling ahead on points fairly quickly. And that puts the pressure on them to engage the caps rather than us engage the caps. And we're telling the Scharnhorst to hold back and just let us spot them. I'm going to move forward here and try and get some spots on the Akatsuki as it comes around and tries to torp the Scharnhorst some more. I'm just worried about this Miyoko sitting behind the island there. He may have Hydro up, and I really don't want to get Hydroed that close to him because he still could kill me very quickly before I could do any damage to him. Looks like the Akatsuki has sent more torpedoes through the cap. Those don't look like they're going to hit anything. A few of them are probably Miyoko torps, which means he's turning away. That means we can probably move into the cap. No problem here. Yep, there he's detected finally. Yeah, he's moved away. I'm going to get my guns turned the other direction. As you notice here, I've already pre-aimed my guns because they do take a while to turn around. It's one of the more difficult things to learn in the Shiratsuyu. It's kind of like a battleship. You got to get your guns in the correct locations before you make any maneuver way in advance. So I'm going to approach this cap, going with my guns on the right, and going to try and spot this Akatsuki. Now it looks like the Miyoko is heading towards the A cap. He's probably going to try and cap it. It's a little late now. We have the B cap, and there's no real way for them to push us out of it. So at this point, they're pretty much doomed unless they can kill our friendly Shiratsuyu. But he's almost full HP, and he plays very conservatively, so I don't expect that to be an issue. It's just a matter of keeping this Akatsuki spotted and let the Scharnhorst do its job. So I'm going to move up here. I'm expecting the Akatsuki to be somewhere over to the right, depending on where his torpedoes were. And there he is. He's a little close, so I'm going to have to start engaging him. There's no reason not to. Nice first salvo there, about 2,000 damage. That's about what you would expect from one salvo from Shiratsuyu if you hit most of your shots. Now, you notice my engine got taken out. I'm not going to repair it, because if I got set on fire after it, I would lose a lot of HP from fires. So far, I've pretty much beaten him in the trade. It's all I really try and hope to accomplish here is to just trade evenly with him or get a slight advantage. And now we're getting to just the limit of the Shiratsuyu's range. Fortunately, he doesn't think I'm going to fire anymore, and I'm just going to hit him with some shots here because it's pretty easy to lead an Akatsuki. And I just did about 2,000 damage to him when he wasn't really paying attention. Get another salvo off before he disappears. I should be reconcealed shortly, only a matter of seconds before the detection range returns to normal after firing my guns. and my engine's been repaired, so now I'm going to head over here and do what Richard was planning to do and spot this Akatsuki for the Scharnhorst and the Miyoko as well. The Miyoko is capping A. Even if it does cap A, it doesn't really matter. Our Shiratsuyu is going to be able to recap it if he leads that cap, so there's really no way he can leave it without losing the game. And there he is. I'm just going to put some torps in here so he really just can't head this direction. I don't want him to get too close to me or the Scharnhorst. Yeah, and here comes the Akatsuki. I wasn't expecting him over here. I was thinking he'd be more towards A cap, but he's obviously wants to come back for some more. Got a good shot off there. Could have been more damage. Got some bad RNG, and he does a good amount of damage there. I did hit my brakes to try and avoid him, but oh no, the Miyoko is now firing at me, so I'm gonna have to get out of here. I'm gonna present as little of a target I can in the Miyoko. Had to repair that fire in the engine. I want to get out of his range as quick as possible. Hopefully not take too much damage as I'm escaping here. Don't want to get set on fire. And I was very lucky to dodge that salvo. The dispersion is... Oh, and if you notice there, I didn't take any damage. The ablative HP I was talking about earlier hit probably one of my back anti-air guns to absorb the damage. Each one could absorb about 2,000 damage before it starts killing the module itself. So it's a ton of HP that's just sitting back there that I can just absorb. Oh, and here's the Akatsuki again, and I'm out of range of the Miyoko, so I'm going to go ahead and kill him. And because I have 0.7 better detection on him, I get the first salvo on him, and that pretty much guarantees it that I get a second salvo before he can get his off. And there he goes. There's really nothing he can do there, except for maybe bow into me, but he only has 2 guns in the front versus my 5 the way I was angled, so he was pretty much not going to be able to kill me there. Unless he got detonation, of course, but that would have been likely because I'm running detonation flags on this ship. So now it's just a matter of letting my concealment return to normal and then moving up to spot this Miyoko. I am going to get some torpedoes downrange here to see if I get lucky as the Miyoko turns around. Not expecting these to hit, just more of him so he doesn't try and do anything fishy like try and chase me. Just make him spot after the Scharnhorst. This game in general was fairly difficult. I was lucky that Mayhan wasn't a better shot. Well, to be fair, I was messing him with him quite a bit. Doing the forward reverse tactic there is not something you normally see a Shiratsuyu do. Most DDs aren't used to it or have experienced it before, so I can kind of give him a pass for that one. He did do the right thing by chasing me down at the end there. He was trying to get in range so he could actually hit me, but by then it was way too late. He should have done it earlier when he had more HP to deal with. But by the time he decided to charge me, I had already won the HP engagement. I had pretty much done 3 times amount of damage to him he did to me, so it was a little bit of a futile act. And as this game comes to a close, thanks for watching, guys. Leave any comments below, and I'll see you next time.